Happy Thursday, everyone. This is Crystal Lee-Moore-Lucier, also known as your Home Sweet Home 519 Realtor, Crystal Lee Moore, with Royal LePage Triland Realty in London, Ontario, Canada. And this is episode 3 of Realtor Life, a fun and entertaining way to learn about life in the trenches as a real estate professional in Ontario, and hopefully to learn some valuable lessons and takeaways. This week, our London networking community lost one of its leaders and biggest advocates, Kyle Blythe. Kyle is and was a shining light in the London community and led the Awesomepreneurs group here. I would like to dedicate this week's episode to Kyle and all of the amazing work he has done to unite the business community and share his passion and vision with us all. And now for our 5-circle goals, which are goals for the 5 circles of our lives: spiritual, family, business, financial, and personal. What are your goals this week? I mentioned last week that I love to write my goals down and check them off when completed. I download the Buffini 10-day goal sheet and update it every 10 days. If you want your own copy, please email me at crystalleemore@royallepage.ca or go to my website www.crystalleemore.ca for my contact info, and I'd be happy to send you a blank one. My spiritual goal this week was to volunteer in the community. I joined in with other real estate pros in London and collected money for the Salvation Army Christmas Kettles campaign at the White Oaks Mall. Guys, this was an amazing experience. The generosity in the community was overwhelming. I hope you get a chance to share a smile or some kind words with local volunteers this holiday season. Last week, I also shared that my husband and I wanted to check out the Merry Market in London at 100 Kellogg Lane. What a beautiful and safe experience. Big recommend. This week, my goal is to connect by Zoom or on the phone with my mom, my dad, and my grandparents. My business goal this week is to get at least 25 referrals to amazing business owners in London, and I'm almost there. Wish me luck! We have a phenomenal business network and plenty of amazing people to connect with. My financial goal is to still keep saving for our investment property and limit spending. And finally, my personal goal is to stick to my new Beachbody workout program, Lift 4, and to try to get outside for at least 20 to 30 minutes every day this week. I hope that hearing my goals has inspired you to choose or write down your own 5-circle goals. I would love to hear more about them. You can go to my website, www.crystalleemore.ca, to find my contact info and let me know all about them. Now, on to our story. "We are not working with a real estate agent," said the prospective buyer on the phone. "I live and work in London, Ontario, the second best London since 1867, as a local radio station dubbed us, a city that is within driving distance to the large metropolitan area of Toronto. And before London, I lived and worked in Guelph, a city that was even closer to Toronto. And the last time I checked, the Toronto Real Estate Board has something like 70,000 members. 70,000. London and St. Thomas has about 6,000, and the Guelph Board has under 1,000. Don't quote me on these numbers, but they're approximate. From time to time, Toronto agents will drive down the 401 to show their clients the more affordable real estate options available in Guelph and London. And from time to time, there are also agents who are too busy to make that drive, and their clients will call up the listing agent and request a showing. In and of itself, it's not a big deal. The listing agent is selling the home. They try to help when they can. The buyer's agent, however, gets paid to help their clients purchase a home, including showing them the home, writing the offer, and negotiating. If they choose, the buyer agent is also able to refer buyers to a local agent who can show the house, but it costs them a hefty percentage of that real estate commission. We had a home listed and the buyer called to set up a showing. The showing had to be at a certain time, no later, and they did not have a real estate agent. Great, let's do this. I rearranged my schedule and called them to ask the standard questions that I ask all new buyers about signing the COVID-19 declaration, and of course, whether they were working with a real estate agent. Well, we are, but we're choosing to leave them out of this process for now. Uh-oh. So, if you would make an offer, it would be with your agent? I asked them. Yes, but we need to see the house first to see if we'd even want to make an offer. And we may even want to work with just one agent. Ah, the bait. So I suggested that they get their agent to show them the home, or if they did prefer to work with one agent, I offered to write up a buyer agreement for this one property. If they liked it and wanted to move forward, great, they'd be working with me. And if not a problem. These buyers chose not to sign an agreement, and they will be coming back with their own agent, who was not too busy to help them after all. It can be difficult to stand your ground, but there is a process for a reason. The buyer's agent is no busier than the listing agent. We are all busy. The buyer's agent's role is to take care of the buyer, and that includes showing them homes or arranging for someone else to do so. One of the things I remind buyers who call me on my listings, especially when it's without their agent's knowledge, is that we, collectively as realtors, are never too busy to help, and that we will not be upset if they call and ask to see a property. That usually helps. Here are the lessons that I've learned. Always qualify a buyer and ask the right questions at the outset, ideally on the phone before meeting at a property. This helps with valuing everyone's time, but it's also pretty important for safety in this day and age. Remember to inform people of how things work as a real estate agent. Real estate is one of the only professions that actively promotes referral fees among its members. I personally receive and send out numerous referrals from agents all over Canada and even from the USA every year. We love referrals. On that note, if you have a great real estate agent in your city and you need one in another city, your very first step should be to ask your real estate agent. And as an agent, we need to remind our clients of this benefit of working with us. Be wary of people, buyers or sellers, who do not value you as a professional. For example, I've heard buyers or sellers refer to my colleagues as the real estate or the realtor instead of my realtor Crystal, and it's usually not the beginning of a great story. If you have a client looking for a home, remind them that you are never too busy to help them out. If you're a buyer or a seller, remember that we are here to help you. We're never too busy to answer questions or help because that's why we chose this profession, to help and make lives better. For buyers, if you have a real estate agent that you want to work with, use that agent. If they don't want to show you homes, but you still want to support their business, ask them to refer you to someone else. And remember, real estate agents, all the ones I know of anyway, only get paid when they personally sell a home to you or list and sell your home. We're not on a salary. We actually pay to be real estate agents. If a buyer is persistent and wants you to show them the home, there is a cost to this, and it varies from brokerage to brokerage, but if you're unsure of what to do, ask your broker or your colleagues. You are a person and a professional, and your time matters too. When I first became a real estate agent, a buyer tried to tell me that my time was not valuable and that the cost of doing business was me showing homes to unqualified buyers who had no commitment to working with me. I did not want to work that way then, and I'm grateful that I do not have to work that way now. That's it for this week. If you have any comments or questions or feedback, you can find me on Instagram at YourHomeSweetHome519Realtor, Facebook at Crystal Moore Real Estate Sales, or by going to my website, www.crystalleemore.ca. Stay healthy, happy, and grateful, everyone, and we will talk with you next week. Hey guys, just a little shout out. It's Crystal Leemore Lucier here again. And I wanted to give a shout out to the Trues because we were able to watch an online concert. And even though we miss concerts and live music so much, it actually felt kind of like we were normal again. And it was amazing. we got to hear a really great set of songs, but I wanted to play the beginning of Ishmael and Maggie by the Trews, which was fantastic. They actually played it on children's instruments in an alley, and it was fantastic. So if you don't know about the Trews, or if you do and you just miss them, might I recommend hopping onto Spotify, pull them up, and just throw on a shuffle because it's great. Here's a little sample.